I was talking to my friend once about YouTubers I remember watching growing up. My friend moved to Norway in 2019 and he said, "I remember when I came to Norway, I was surprised at how dead YouTube is over here." This stuck with me because it wasn't always like that. Norwegian YouTube is most of what me and my friends watched growing up. It used to be a growing community filled with different types of genres, events streamed on mainstream media, and drama. YouTubers were recognized by the public as genuine entertainers and would participate in different TV shows aired all around the country. But now it's all quiet and pretty much a ghost town. So what happened? How did it go from being so prevalent to completely forgotten? Now, I want you to think about the first video you ever watched on YouTube. Obviously this will vary a lot depending on your age, but maybe it was a music video or a playthrough. But for me though, it's a little bit different.
Og den videoen her kommer til å handle om selvmord!
I en sofa fra Ikea sitter far og denger mor.
Jeg skal da utføre det ultimate selvmord.
Nå maler de med rød, Roger måtte dø. Vi har det kjempetopp, Roger våkner aldri opp. Trappetrinn på trappetrinn, han brekker stadig ben. Og vips, der knuses ansiktet, nå ikke det særlig pen.
Molde spiller, drapsmann og voldtektsforbryter Steinar Brun brøyte veien mellom Tromsø spillere.
Jeg stygg og fet, ser ut som en potet. Ikke prima, verre enn Hiroshima.
Du lei av ikke være kul nok? Sliter du med depresjoner? Eller rett og slett lei av alt og alle? Prøv selvmord!
In the beginning, Norwegian YouTube mostly consisted of one-hit wonder shitposts, because this was before being a YouTuber was a thing. Norwegian YouTube mostly consisted of animations, music videos, and Norwegian dub of popular mainstream media.
Den skal du få lov til å hente, altså, fordi faren din en kukk! Jeg kjenner ikke hva du mener. Hva en kukk? Hva en kukk? Hvordan skal jeg forklare det da? Noen korte, noen lange. Snakker du om pinner?
People just uploaded what they thought was funny for the sake of sharing their videos to a small audience. Not to become famous and make a living off of it like it is today. The first Norwegian YouTube channel to get consistent viewers was Lasse Gjertsen. Lasse is the creator behind many classics like NM97, Rødmaling, Reklame, Det ultimate selvmord, Faen, and more, which are still being quoted till this day. Old YouTube viewers might also know him from his videos Hyperactive and Amateur, two videos experimenting with creating music from simply just editing the video and audio from a single recording. Norwegian YouTube stayed like this for a while. No real community, and very few YouTube channels. It was mostly just shitposting from random users. But that all changed in 2011, when one up-and-coming YouTuber started a Let's Play series.
Da vi I gang. Hei og velkommen til Carl spiller Minecraft.
Now, there was actually a different YouTuber who started his own Let's Play series 2 months prior to this. Although these YouTube Let's Play series probably looks very insignificant, they're actually what I would consider to be the start of the Norwegian YouTube community. They both inspired a lot of creators, but I feel like these two creators took two different paths. I've never watched Adexio, so what I'm about to say might not be entirely accurate, and feel free to correct me in the comments. But Adexio seemed to have kept more to himself, which might have paid off more in the long run. But he rarely collabed with anyone, and therefore didn't really become a part of the community. And therefore I won't really focus too much on him in this video. Now that both YouTube and Minecraft was growing in Norway, more and more channels started appearing. Soon, Carl Norge began collabing with other channels, and he was also a part of Level Up, a Let's Play gaming news and reviews channel. And later, Carl Norge collabed with Stormlars and Tomen et Spill to make like a Christmas calendar series thing, with cameos from Minonor, Newbork, Prebz and Dennis, or Vareide from Prebz og Dennis. And just a year prior to this, Prebz og Dennis uploaded their first video and soon became the biggest Norwegian-speaking channel. Many of you might know Dennis as Vareide, or Variety, the guy who created the first Minecraft trailer featured on Minecraft.net. He was also the co-owner of the HiveMC server. In this period of Norwegian YouTube, we saw a lot of collaborations and the iconic Norway vs Sweden survival games, and the community just continued to grow. More and more, specifically Minecraft and gaming channels entered the scene, like Bye Bye og Hugin, Newbork, Kind Plays, Truls, Multigyde, Quality Muffin. In 2014, Norwegian YouTubers joined the first MCN in Norway, Nordic Screens. This is where the community part of Norwegian YouTube absolutely exploded. Nordic Screens created Zonen, an SMP for Norwegian YouTubers, which would introduce big creators to new and up-and-coming YouTubers. And there was collabs after collabs. YouTubers began to vlog events like The Gathering, which is a massive LAN party in the city of Hamar, Spillexpo, and then Nordic Screens started Gullsnutten, a YouTube award show. This made the Norwegian YouTube community mainstream, and Gullsnutten reached 130,000 live viewers on its second show. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but keep in mind, it's Norway. We've got a population half the size of fucking London. And in 2016, Gullsnutten was broadcasted on the NRK, the government-owned state media channel in Norway, with 2 comedians as hosts. It was incredibly successful and gave Norwegian YouTubers a lot more legitimacy. Now people saw them as the real entertainers, not just some adults recording videos for some niche audience. They even started the YouTube school in 2016, and channels were growing left, right and center. We start to see a lot more variety and content also becoming popular. Norwegian YouTube did actually consist of more than just PG family-friendly Minecraft videos at some point in time. So many different channels grew, people collabed all over the place, and this was really when it felt like there was a sense of community, not just individual creators making their own thing. It was also the beginning of the Norwegian commentary community, which was something unique. You have channels like Smiley's Gaming, who did not make gaming videos. Same goes for Herman Plays, who was pretty much Norway's Rice Gum. And last but not least, Play Like Cake and Sleo, who were inspired by Leafy.
Holy shit, it's Leafy!
Play Like Cake was more like an innocent Leafy who was not very good at formulating himself.
Det så profesjonelt med den der lyden han har, og alt den, altså lyden som går opp og ned, det utrolig profesjonelt. Og også den der man kan se altså FPS-en hans, det jo også ganske profesjonelt, der man kan se helt øverst. Det jo ganske profesjonelt, og helt nederst så det jo noe veldig profesjonelt, som dere kanskje kan se, sample logo, det betyr, ja, det veldig profesjonelt program.
But Sleo was on a whole new level.
Trynet hans, eller liksom hodeformen hans, ligner på fuckings penis. Ok, jeg vet at jeg overdriver mye, men denne gangen kødder jeg ikke engang. Hodet hans ser ut som en fuckings tommel. I dag så skal vi se på en liten video, eller jeg skal fortelle dere, eller snakke litt om en video, der han snakker om at han fucking kjendis, holy fucking shit.
Now this is mostly the small, petty community that, let's be honest, mostly did YouTube for fame. The other part of the commentary community includes Henvik, Tappelino and Voldelig Ole, or now known as Ole Vold, who made both less and more serious videos, if that makes sense. They didn't make petty YouTube drama videos, but instead made either more laid-back reaction videos or made videos about serious allegations. There was also some vlogging channels like Henning Myte and others I honestly don't remember. And variety channels like Herman Dahl and Murdochs.
What's up guys, it's Scarce.
The latter one will become very important later in this video. YouTubers had beef, made diss tracks, songs, and the dream of working YouTube full-time was now a reality. Kind of. YouTube grew in popularity and the MCNs wanted to use YouTube's growth to promote Norwegian creators. They were now being featured in commercials and TV shows, and Norwegian YouTubers slowly pivoted to just becoming public figures in general, reaching a much wider audience. We also saw the growth of Norway's second biggest MCN, Splay. Nordic Screens soon became the gaming MCN, kind of like Machinima, I guess, while Splay hosted a wider variety of creators. And there was really a strong sense of community. There was a YouTube for all kinds of audiences now. Gaming, vlogging, makeup stuff, comedy, skits, true crime, tech, commentary. Soon everyone wanted to become a YouTuber, and everyone at least knew someone who made YouTube videos on their free time.
Whoa! Whoa! Don't put drepe meg!
We also began to see the international YouTube community influence the Norwegian one, with creators like Filthy Frank and iDubbbz trying to push the boundaries of what is and isn't allowed to make content out of. 2016 saw the influence of Filthy Frank being reflected in Murdochs. Although Murdochs isn't a Filthy Frank copy, nor did they even make similar content, you can see that he was at least partially inspired by Frank and would also make more skits that pushed the boundaries.
Hey, can I get a Frappuccino? It's Niger with 2 G's. Okay. Thank you.
And I personally feel like the growth of Murdochs kind of signalized that you can grow big on Norwegian YouTube based off of your personality alone. Prior to this, most channels were very limited in the genre of videos they created, and rarely experimented with new genres except for like an occasional vlog of a gaming or youth related event. In my opinion, this was the start of the golden era of Norwegian YouTube. People started to create content they were more proud of. YouTube wasn't this throwaway website where you just post a barely edited video and continue with your day. It could become your job. Brands felt safe sponsoring YouTubers, and the big dream of becoming a full-time YouTuber was so close. But then it all changed.
Have you ever seen the yellow demonetization symbol next to one of your videos?
I noticed that the behind the meme video that I made that has like 40,000 views, well, it got demonetized and thrown into like the shadow realm of no ads.
Because when I woke up this morning, YouTube had demonetized the video.
It's the adpocalypse.
In 2007, YouTube implemented their YouTube Partner program, allowing creators to earn money off of YouTube. However, this wasn't the case globally. It took YouTube 6 years to give Norwegian YouTubers the same opportunity. The dream of living full-time off of YouTube was now a reality. Or was it? Now, it's recommended to get between 1 and 5 million views a month to do YouTube full-time, with a comfortable income. The issue with that is that Norway has a population of 5 million.
This means that there is a very limited amount of potential viewers, so to put things in perspective, getting 100,000 subscribers in Norway is as rare as getting 10 million subscribers internationally. Getting 10,000 subscribers in Norway is like having 500,000 to 1 million subscribers internationally. Voldelig Ole, who had around 60 to 80,000 subscribers at the time, and therefore was considered a fairly big YouTuber, once said,
"I can technically live off of my YouTube earnings if I want to. But it would be nice to eat something else than just bread." But now, because of YouTube demonetization being a thing, making the big switch to become a full-time YouTuber required easy but noticeable changes. The demonetization detection bot, or whatever it's called, had its flaws. First of all, swearing of any kind meant instant demonetization. Secondly, it could not understand Norwegian. Norwegian YouTubers had to be extremely careful with their language. Words like fucktisk could easily be interpreted as fuck tisk. And sometimes it just flat out didn't make any sense at all.
Man får jo faen meg ikke lov til å banne lenger. Den forrige MSP-videoen min som jeg jobbet over 20 timer med ble demonetized. Altså, jeg tjener ikke penger på den. Så det er jo gøy. Hvorfor? Det er flere 1000 videoer hver eneste dag som blir falskt demonetized. Og den nyeste MSP-videoen min, den ble demonetized. Og når jeg har brukt over 20 timer på den videoen, så blir jeg litt irritert. En annen ting som jeg synes er veldig rart, jeg har jo mye fælere videoer som jeg faktisk tjener penger på. Del 3 av Movie Star Planet-videoen min, den tjener jeg penger på. Og den har ordet sex i thumbnail. En video som heter ballhårkake tjener jeg penger på. Mens en video hvor jeg bare spiller av sangen inni hodet ditt av Truls, bare at lyden er skrudd opp helt til 1000, den blir demonetized. En video som bokstavlig talt heter sextape med IS. Ja, den tjener jeg penger på, for det vil jo store firmaer ha reklamene sine på. Men vi vil i hvert fall ikke ha det på Movie Star Planet hvor det er litt banning og sånn. Dere bryr dere sikkert ikke så mye om det, siden det ikke påvirker dere så mye. Men jeg har veldig lyst til å ha YouTube som jobb, og det hjelper ikke når YouTube bare fjerner flere 1000 kroner av inntektene mine for ingen grunn. Absolutt ingen grunn.
Also, if you want to do YouTube full-time without relying on sponsorships, then you have to cater to as many people as possible and use a more safe and simple language. There is a limited amount of potential viewers, so this would be absolutely necessary to avoid having to rely on sponsorships. YouTubers now indirectly received an ultimatum from YouTube. You either try to make YouTube your full-time job, sacrificing creativity for consistency, or you can continue it as a hobby until your relevancy fades away and demotivates you. Norwegian YouTube was slowly filled with rebrand after rebrand to signalize a change in content that is more personality focused. Having a personality focused channel meant that you could stay relevant on YouTube independent from trends. This was also around the same time Minecraft saw a sharp decline and Fortnite became the new big thing. This caused many Minecraft YouTubers either to switch up their content completely or just quit. Some even deleted their channels completely with no archives. The switch to make your channel reliant on your personality rather than the genre you're making videos for would maximize your potential audience. This was incredibly lucrative in the short term, but in the long term it created an incredibly safe environment with no drama, no disputes and little originality, and it almost felt a little bit fake. This was truly the death of experimentation in the Norwegian community. Murdoch's, like many others, chose the first option in the ultimatum. Although luckily for him, his channel was already based off of his personality. He just needed to make his channel more family friendly, alienating his already existing audience in favor of a younger and dumber demographic. His jokes went from being edgy to just random equals funny. This switch is very clear in his Fortnite video, which was already a very unusual type of video for his channel. He mostly parodied gaming channels in a video, but did so very repetitively. That combined with the more random equals funny and using random voice effects when it said some random things just made the entire video feel confusing.
Dette her er kjempespennende, folkens. Klarer jeg det? Husk å bam, smell til den like-knappen, for da jeg kommer til å dø. Oi, jeg vet ikke om det er bra, men det så bra ut, for det var lilla.
But it worked. He said in a video that he earned 500,000 Norwegian kroner, or $50,000, in just a year. He truly reached the dream of doing YouTube full-time. Anyways, what about the rest of the community?
Men det er sant, vi skal gi oss med Prebz og Dennis.
The biggest Norwegian-speaking channel, Prebz og Dennis, chose to quit YouTube. They explain that they've essentially hit their peak. They've had live shows, written a book, made a movie, and more. Therefore, they wanted to quit while they're on top. And slowly, there were more people leaving Norwegian YouTube than newcomers who could replace them. For an outsider, it looked like the community was doing better than ever. Videos was getting more and more views, but once you watch the community for a while, you can't shake away a feeling of emptiness, kind of. No newcomers, just the same old YouTubers or other social media figures now expanding to YouTube. There was fake drama and collabs happening everywhere. Channels were now businesses, or gateways to bigger and more promising careers in other types of media. The pandering to a younger demographic was obviously lucrative in the short term, but the growing lack of interest in creating content became apparent. It didn't seem like everyone enjoyed creating content as much as they used to do. The only exception to this was NRK 4. etasje, or NRK 4th floor, featuring two ex-gaming YouTubers, one comedian and one online personality? I'm not really sure what she did before NRK. This channel was owned by NRK. Therefore, the people in NRK 4. etasje was paid directly by the NRK as NRK employees. They therefore didn't rely on their channel earnings to make a living, and didn't have to focus on making a video monetizable or not. NRK is also not known for being very restrictive in terms of offensive jokes. This combined with the resources and connections of the NRK gave them a huge advantage over other channels. Fast forward to Gullsnutten 2019. There was a rumor about this being the last Gullsnutten ever, due to a contract expiring that the NRK didn't want to renew. Gullsnutten wanted to experiment with something new to create hype by putting a lot of YouTubers on a bus and arranging meetups in various cities for multiple days. This would lead to the meetup being held in Gjøvik, right before the award show itself. And the overall nominees seemed fairly safe. Like, they didn't even nominate Tappelino's Mia Landsem video, which is an hour-long highly edited video, at least compared to the other nominees' video, which exposes a data detective who was loved by the mainstream media as reckless, hypocritical, and uses illegal tools to get people's docs. But instead, a barely edited 60-minute long video on a highly disliked public figure won Video of the Year, while the other nominees was a story time, a skit, and a diss track. Murdrox won this year's funniest, the third time in a row, and surprised absolutely no one. After the event, Murdrox's content drastically changed. He uploaded 2 videos that was actually funny. And this is not just my opinion. He got a lot of positive feedback on how this video was genuinely funny, and people hoped this was a sign that Murdrox would return to his older content. The second video, however, he ended it with a cryptic message saying, "I'm done and beyond done," before displaying text saying Mumi, September 15th, 6 p.m.
Tusen takk for så på mine her. Jeg ferdig og overferdig. Ha det bra! Anything I'll buy! Hva som helst? Hva som helst? Jeg tenkte sånn, shit, nå er jeg jævlig ekkel, jeg ødelegger videoen. Og du var sånn, hva som helst?
And on September 11th, he uploaded a video titled "You Can't Say Anything, Mumi," and the thumbnail was saying September 15th. However, I can't show you the video since it has been deleted and there are no archives of it online. No one had any clue what this meant. Maybe he was rebranding? Or maybe he's quitting YouTube for a more promising career in the mainstream media. Previous kid-friendly channel now makes a diss track on kids? What the fuck? Jeg liker ikke barn, or I don't like kids, was published, as promised, on September 15th at 6 p.m. A diss track on kids. Everyone was confused. He now changed his channel name to Mumi and changed the profile pic. He then announced in some interviews that he was now pursuing a career in music and releasing his next song 1 month and 2 days later. A lot of the community seemed very confused by this move. One of the biggest Norwegian-speaking channels, winner of Funniest YouTuber of the Year 3 times in a row, managed to achieve the dream of doing YouTube full-time, was now throwing it all away? The upload of Jeg liker ikke barn would coincidentally lead to a lot of YouTubers simultaneously losing views in the months to come, except for NRK 4. etasje, of course. Uploads became more irregular for some, while others just quietly quit, and some even deleted their channels. November 15th, Murdrox uploaded Hva skjedde med meg? Or What Happened to Me. Now, the channel was back to being called Murdrox, and in the video he explained why he made this sudden change to pursue music. You see, the idea of doing YouTube full-time completely consumed Murdrox. YouTube stopped being this fun hobby and instead turned into this business that needed to grow and become efficient. The first mistake he made was hiring an editor. Editing was one of Murdrox's favorite things about making videos, but he did what he had to do to upload more frequently. Removing himself from editing made the feeling of this being his job rather than a fun hobby much stronger. Slowly he started hating his job, and the thing that he used to love doing was now becoming this endless loop of creating the same repetitive content, and then getting a burnout over and over again. Ironically enough, the times he felt demotivated the most was actually after each time he won Funniest YouTuber of the Year on Gullsnutten. This combined with the amount of sponsorship deals he did, which included more than just a small ad in his video, made him more tired and demotivated. He made all these sacrifices just to be able to live a stable life as a full-time YouTuber, but in the end, he just hated it more and more. But the breaking point was Gullsnutten 2019. The tour they did, filled with all the screaming, nagging, and kids, made his demotivation all the worse. This time, however, it was going to be different. The thought of quitting this looped nightmare gave him a long-lost feeling of excitement and creativity. He was now finally in control. He therefore thought the best way he could rebrand was to completely alienate himself from the kid audience he worked so hard to appeal to, and therefore made I Don't Like Kids as a way to both show off his music as well as rebranding. And it went exactly as planned. He ends the video by announcing that he will return to YouTube and continue making music under the name Mumi. After that, he disappeared for some months, and then a funny beer virus thing happened, and after the government in Norway announced a national lockdown, Murdoch's then uploaded a new piss-packed video, but as he says himself, he's a bit rusty. He seems kinda lost in the video, and some of the editing is more random than usual. A month later, he made a vlog and a Beat Saber video, before he then disappeared yet again. The COVID-19 epidemic gave a lot of online creators around the world many opportunities to grow their careers now that their potential audience was bigger and had more free time. But this wasn't the case for YouTubers in Norway. Gaming as a genre had pretty much disappeared in Norwegian YouTube before COVID. As if Norwegian YouTubers weren't limited enough, now they couldn't even collab in real life, make cool vlogs and go to events. This combined with the rise of TikTok was definitely the final nail in the coffin. Although the community had a bit of a rise in popularity making Among Us videos, it didn't last that long, and once again, more and more YouTubers quietly quit, rebranded, or even tried making videos in English. At some point, the most popular Norwegian videos was Funny Moments compilation of streamers. And to make things worse, on August 19th, 2022, Daniel from the channel Daniel Simon passed away after having Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Daniel Simon was a big channel in Norway, featuring two brothers, both with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. They made vlogs, songs, and gaming videos, and they were known for talking about bullying, especially against people with physical disabilities, and played a big role in Norwegian YouTube.
Hallo alle sammen. I dag så vil jeg bare sette meg ned og prate litt med dere, for jeg føler jeg må få ut det her. Så tidligere i dag så døde Daniel fra Daniel Simen, og jeg vil egentlig bare snakke litt om historien min med Daniel Simen. For som de fleste av dere vet, så har jeg laget en god del videoer på de. For de som ikke vet det, så har Daniel Simen sin kanal. De har vært abonnert på meg siden jeg hadde 500 abonnenter. Og de har til og med sendt meg meldinger og motivert meg til å fortsette. Så jeg møtte de på Gullsnutten 2017. Da fikk jeg møte de da, og det var jo før de ble så veldig store. Så jeg fikk sagt hei til de. Tørte ikke å ta noen bilder, selvfølgelig gjorde jeg ikke det. Jeg var så flau. Jeg hadde akkurat lagd en disse-video på de, og så møtte jeg de. De var bare hyggelige, begge to. Jeg har aldri møtt noen så hyggelige gutter som de to. Det er nå jeg egentlig skjønner hvor mye Daniel og Simen betydde for veldig mange folk. Jeg har fått masse meldinger i dag fra dere om at de var borte, og hvor trist det var, og at ja, YouTube ikke blir det samme igjen. Og jeg føler også det. Jeg føler mye av grunnen til at jeg ikke holder like mye på med YouTube som jeg gjorde før, flyttet mer over til TikTok. Det er jo fordi det er jo ingen igjen. Alle de jeg knyttet bånd med på YouTube via Skype og senere Discord. Det er jo ingen som holder på lenger, så jeg føler meg litt alene. Og de nyhetene med Daniel i dag, det forsterker egentlig bare den følelsen.
And there you have it. A scattered community became a thriving force. Creators rising, friendships forming, dreams taking a flight. From Carl-spirited Minecraft igniting the spark to Gullsnutten elevating YouTube to its new heights, where creators stood as equals amongst entertainers. It was an era where passion, not profit, fueled the fire, but the dream of doing YouTube full-time came at a cost. As the dream grew closer, so did the price. Monetization promised freedom, promising a future where making videos could be more than just a hobby. Yet, with each step towards that dream, the walls closed in. Words had to be softened, creativity restrained, and the joy of creation dulled into obligation. And then there was Murdrox. He made it, full-time, financially stable, living the dream. No other side jobs, no more distractions. Just YouTube. And in the end, the dream he had spent years chasing turned into a nightmare. The spark faded, and with it, the community crumbled. Because in the end, the pursuit of freedom became a prison. And so, Norwegian YouTube didn't end with a bang, just the realization that its golden age had passed.